Hey, it's Nick Dadamio back with you this week. I trust you had a great week this past week. Have you looked at your pipeline lately and thought, what happened? Why is it thin? Why does it feel so shaky? And why does the pressure suddenly feel so high? Well, here's the truth. Your, pri- your pipeline problem didn't start this week. It likely started 30, 60, maybe even 90 days ago. Because pipeline is delayed feedback. What you see today is usually connected to what you did or didn't do weeks ago. And that is what I want to talk to you about today. If you're an experienced sales professional and your pipeline feels light right now, this message is for you. This is not about blame. This is just about awareness. And more importantly, it's about getting back in control. Here's what happens to a lot of sellers. When things get busy, prospecting is the first thing to go. A meeting gets added. A client issue pops up. Internal work takes over. Follow-up fills the day. And before long, the one thing that creates future opportunities gets pushed aside. Not because you don't care, not because you're lazy, because the urgent took over the important. Then weeks later, the pipeline gets thin. Now the pressure shows up. Now every stalled deal feels bigger. Now confidence starts to drop. And as when many sellers make the wrong assumption, they think they have a lead problem. But most of the time, it started as a consistency problem. And that's the first big point. You have to respect the lag. The work you do today may not show up for weeks. That means prospecting is not just about today, it's about protecting your future. That is why I say this all the time. Prospecting is not punishment, it is protection. It protects your pipeline. It protects your confidence. It protects your momentum, and it protects your income. If you only prospect when you feel desperate, you're already behind. The best sellers I've known do not wait until things look scary. They create consistency. They stay in rhythm. They build before they need it. That is what keeps them steady. And here's the second point. When the pipeline gets thin, it doesn't just affect your numbers, it affects your mindset. Now every call feels heavier. Every meeting feels bigger. Every deal feels like it has to close. You start pressing. You start overthinking. You start doubting yourself. Why? Because weak pipeline creates emotional tension, and emotional tension changes how you sell. That is why structure matters so much. When you protect prospecting time, when you know your numbers, and when you follow a process, you feel more stable. And stability creates confidence. Not fake confidence, real confidence. Because you know you're doing the work. So what do you do if your pipeline feels light right now? First, be honest. Look back at the last 30 to 90 days. Did you really protect your prospecting time? Did you stay consistent? Or did reaction take over your schedule? Second, don't panic. Don't try to fix everything in one day, though. Do not change 10 things at once. Go back to the basics. Protect your outreach blocks. Track your activity. Follow up with intention and rebuild your rhythm. Because pipeline is not rebuilt through panic, it's rebuilt through process. And that is exactly why I teach what I teach. I help sales professionals rebuild clarity, confidence, and consistency through a simple sales process. Because too many sales people are working hard, but they're not working inside of a structure they can trust. And when that happens, the ups and downs get louder than they need to be. So here's the message. If your pipeline is light right now, do not make it personal. Do not tell yourself you have lost it. See it for what it is, just feedback. Then respond like a professional, with structure, with discipline, and with consistency. Because a healthy pipeline is not built in a burst. It's built in rhythm. If this message hit home for you, I want to invite you to take the next step. First, enroll in my free webinar, where I break down the simple framework I teach to help sales professionals rebuild clarity, confidence, and momentum. Second, book a consultation with me. If you want direct support and a clear path forward. And third, subscribe to this channel for more practical sales coaching to help you get back on track and sell with purpose. You don't need more noise. You need a process you can trust. Trust the process, and I'll see you next week on my next video. Thanks again. Have a great week. This is Dadamio.